Alright. So once again, ulitin natin. Once again, this is Gurography. It's a free let review hub. Yan, so pwede kayong mag-mockboard daily. Yan, pero weekly na pinopost yan and then you have one whole week to answer. So walang rason para hindi nyo masagot. Okay, yan. So kung gusto nyo mag-mockboard, pwede naman. Message lang kayo sa Blue App. Alright. Okay, so flex ko lang itong mga team balagtas. Team balagtas na mga nag-top naman yan. And hindi ko nga alam na nag-top sila. Sila yung nagsabi sa akin. Yan, so congratulations. Okay, so Prof. Ed po tayo. Okay, yan. So number one, if your goal is to develop students' mental mathematical ability by deriving the correct number sets, which learner-centered strategy is most appropriate? Late na ako. It's okay, kakastart pa lang namin Ma'am Celestina ng Prof. Ed. Na-miss nyo lang yung Gorograby, pero okay lang. Ipopost ko po yon. Alright, so A, number puzzles, B, numbered heads together, C, number flashcards, and D, math manipulatives. Okay, so again, ilagay niyo po yung number, guys. Ilagay niyo po yung number. So if your goal is to develop students' mental mathematical ability by deriving the correct number sets, which learner-centered strategy is most appropriate? Okay, A, number puzzles, B, numbered heads together, C, number flashcards, and D, math manipulatives. Okay, so ilagay niyo po yung number. Yan. Yun. So, correct number sets. Okay? For example, pwedeng 1 to 10, ganun. O kaya yung halimbawa, sabi niya, 2, 4, 6, 8, ano yung susunod? Okay, yan yung mga number sets na hinahanap. Okay? Yan. Basta may number at hinahanap yung pattern yan. Yun na po yun. That is a number set. Hindi lang pag sinabi nating number set, hindi lang po yung sunod-sunod. Okay na 1 to 10 yung mga ganon, okay? And C, Allah, C, A, C, oy, B, A, B, C. D na lang ang wala. Walang may gusto. Okay. A, B, C. Okay. Ayan. So, okay naman yan. Okay? Kahit nagkamali tayo, at least dito natin malalaman. Okay? Or malalaman natin kung ano. Alright? So, please, ilagay niyo po yung number, guys. Kasi, happy po ako ngayon kasi marami nakakita na sa ating live kasi wala tayong RR ngayon. So, please, ilagay niyo po yung number. Nakakatulong po yun sa akin. Kasi, actually, 20 na lang yung grade natin. Okay? Pag naubos po yun, hindi na po ako makaka-live. Okay? So, please. Alright? So, the answer there is number puzzles. Okay, alam ko kung bakit may sumagot nung number heads together. Kasi ito yung sagot din ng iba dati na nakikita ko. Okay, yan. But our answer there is number heads. Okay, so let's explain why. Alright. So, ano nga ba yung number puzzles? Okay, so, sabi ko nga, di ba, ito yung mga pwedeng number patterns yan, di ba? 2, 4, 8, 6, mga ganon. Tapos, ano yung susunod? Yan. Okay, ito yung Sudoku, di ba? Ito yung mga number set. Kailangan mong hanapin kung ano yung kulang dyan. Okay, yan. Mga number crosswords. Yun yung mga number puzzles. Okay, yan. So, oo nga naman. Okay, ito yung gagamitin mo kung gusto mo makita para mabuo mo yung number set. Okay, mali. Sabi niya, it's okay. Okay, alright. So, ito yung sumagot ng numbered heads together. So, explain ko, okay, kung bakit hindi po yon. Okay? So, yung number heads together, anyway, guys, ipapost ko na lang siguro to. Baka makalimutan ko. Anyway, naka-record naman to. If you want to screenshot, you screenshot it via our Red app. Okay? So, yung number heads together kasi, okay, is grupo po yan. Okay? Grupo po yan. Tapos lahat po ng mga kasama sa grupo, may number po sila. Okay? And then, may mag-question yung teacher. Okay? And then, lahat sila mag-usap-usap. Yan. O, ito yung sagot, ganyan-ganyan. And then, pag sinabi ng teacher na, okay, magko-call ba siya randomly? Number 1, ano yung sagot dyan? Number 5, ano yung sagot dyan? Okay, so yun po yung numbered heads together. Kaya malayo po na ito yung sagot doon sa tanong na gusto nating malaman yung set. Okay, so malayo po talaga yan. Alright? Okay, ito naman yung next naman. Okay, number flashcards. Okay, so pwede rin naman talagang gamitin yan, di ba? Yung number flashcards, to be honest. Okay? Pero the best answer din po kasi doon is, how do you call that? How do you call that? Uh, ano na yun? Ano yung sagot natin? Kanina nakalimutan ko bigla. Okay? Kasi, sabi ko nga, itong number flashcards, pwede mo rin namang gamitin yon kasi ginagamit ko kasi sa laro to eh, dun para sa kindergarten, di ba? Pag wala yung mga ano ko mga manipulatives ko, ganyan. Okay, pero hindi lang kasi yun yung or hindi yun yung pinaka point ng number flashcards, okay? So, for example, ang ano ng number flashcards or is for mastery, 'di ba? Pero dahil nga teacher tayo, ginagamit na lang natin kung ano yung meron. So, minsan ginagamit ko 'yun for ano for knowing the number set. Okay? Or para i-practice yung number set. Okay? Yan. Pero for mastery po kasi yon. Okay? So, halimbawa, sa kindergarten, papakita mo, ano to? One. Ganun, di ba? Ano to? Two. Ganun sila. Or pwedeng, may problem doon. Okay? So, for example, sa harap niya is 7 times 8. Ganun. Tapos, sasabihin nila yung sagot andun sa likod. Okay? Yan yung number flashcards. Okay? And then, of course, yung math manipulatives. Okay? So, hindi lang po yun for counting. Hindi lang po yan for number sets, okay, mga math manipulatives, lahat po yan, even the abacus, okay? And the abacus naman is not knowing for ano, not knowing yung number set, but for adding, subtracting, okay? So, yan yung mga math manipulatives. Okay, so I used to be a kindergarten teacher and talagang nakakatulong po ito, yung mga to, ganyan. Okay? Number 2, Teacher Ben-Hur, Teacher Ben-Hur suffered a severe lip injury due to an accident that requires long-term treatment. Okay, which aspect of teaching is most likely to be affected? A, creativity, B, character, C, commitment, and D, communication. Okay, so number 2, Teacher Ben-Hur suffered a severe lip injury due to an accident that requires long-term treatment. Okay, which aspect of teaching is most likely to be affected? Okay, A, creativity, B, character, C, commitment, and D, communication. Yan. So, for example, nasugat yung lip mo. 'Di ba? Di kasi familiar. O yan, okay. Aba, okay, very good kayo dyan. Okay? Ang dami nyo na, kunti pa yung sumasagot. Sagot lang kayo guys, kasi mas maalala nyo yung mga tanong pag sumasagot po kayo. Promise. Yan. Sa actual isip, ay, ito pala yung lumabas nung ganito, tapos ito yung sinagot ko, tapos tama ako. Or minsan, ito yung sinagot ko, tapos mali ako, ganyan. Pero it happened also minsan, ito yung sagot ko, ito yung, tapos hindi mo maalala kung tama o mali. Okay? And the answer, of course, is, of course, communication, di ba? Kasi pag may lip injury ka, di ba, unang-una is, pwedeng ma-change yung pag-pronounce mo, di ba? Yung pag-produce mo ng sound. Okay? So, kagaya ko, halimbawa yung pag natanggalan ako ng ano ng sa braces or bagong ano yung sa braces, di ba? Gumaganon ako, di ba? So parang minsan talaga sa communication is na hindi kaaya-aya, okay? Yan. At hindi lang yun, guys. So it's not only about producing the sound or sa pronunciation. Minsan, di ba, pag may lip injury ka, meron ka din yung mga, ano ba, mga non-verbal cues na iiba. Okay? So for example, pag may injury ka sa lip, di ba? Hindi ka humingiti, 'di ba? Pero dahil may lip injury ka, napapangiti ka, 'di ba? So minsan na isipin nila, ba't humingiti si teacher? Hindi naman masaya 'tong nangyayari. Okay, so yan. So communication. Okay. This is Prof Ed po tayo. Number 3, studies shows that bullying in school may also be committed by teachers, whether consciously or unconsciously. How can this be prevented? A, explain to students that teachers, as elders, cannot be accused of bullying. B, always remind students that offensive jokes are only pranks. C, be careful and sensitive in using words and gestures that may offend students. And D, avoid being annoying to students. Hello, Ma'am Karen. Sabi ni ule for you. Hello din po. Okay, hello din po. Alright, yan. Yan. So kahit hindi nyo naman ano, 'di ba? Tingnan nyo na lang. Cancellation method. This is very important. And of course, ang galing-galing nyo dyan sa part na yan, the answer there is be careful and sensitive in using words and gestures that may offend students. Kasi nga, 'di ba? Minsan kasi unconsciously nga naman talaga tayo, 'di ba? Na lalo na pag may iniisip ka, 'di ba? Tapos may nasabi kang words, 'di ba, na na hindi maganda or even yung being sarcastic, 'di ba? Nakakasakit po talaga yun sa students. And that is why it's very important talaga na you practice self-awareness, tsaka especially yung empathy. Yon. Okay? So, yan yung lagi lumalabas sa ano. Nakita nyo ba yung nag-viral na yung teacher sinabihan niya na, oo, sinabi ko po talaga yun, explain ko po, ganun ganon, di ba? So, naging viral po yung post na yon. Okay, so as teachers, we should really be we should really practice empathy. Kahit totoo talaga nakakainis talaga minsan, di ba? Pero sino ba ang teacher diyan, di ba? Sino ba yung dapat mag-uphold ng ethics, okay? Tayo yon, okay? So, wag na tayong pumatol kahit nakakainis yung estudyante, di ba? Ano? Irish ni Sir nga kwa ket be answer na. Uy, nawatak di ay. Okay? Always remind students, uy, imposible naman. Always remind students that offensive jokes are only pranks. Oh, hindi naman, siguro. Okay, yan. Hindi naman pwedeng, joke, no, sabihin natin, joke lang yon, di ba? That's not it. Hindi pwede. Alright. Number 4, what condition is characterized by the inability to achieve a level of learning commensurate with one's age despite being provided with learning experiences? A, learning disability; B, cognitive disability; C, sensory disability; and then D, motor disability. Okay, thank you for sharing the live. Okay, so I'm so happy ngayon kasi hindi na tayo ng RRR. Okay, dati kasi talagang konti lang yung nakakapasok kasi na RR tayo. Okay. So, ilagay nyo po yung number natin, number 4. So, again, what condition is characterized by the inability to achieve a level of learning commensurate with one's age despite being provided with learning experiences? A, learning disability; B, cognitive disability; C, sensory disability; and D, motor disability. Ilagay nyo po yung number, guys. Guys, pakitap-tap naman yung ating live, ganyan, para mahalin ulit tayo ni TikTok. Pakitap-tap naman yan para nakikita niya na, uy, yan, ilapit natin para mas nakikita niyo. Alright, lagay niyo po yung number, guys. Number! Okay. Alright. Of course, and the answer there is letter. Tama po kayo. Okay, learning disability. Okay, kasi sabi niya, despite being provided with learning experiences. Okay, so for example, ano ba yung mga learning experiences? For example, tinuturuan mo siyang math, hindi pa rin niya nagagets. Okay, yan. Tinuturuan mo siya ng how to pronounce, hindi pa rin niya nagagawa. Okay, and that is why the answer there is learning disability. Kaya nga, di ba, yung mga dyscalculia, di ba, yung mga ganon, those are types of learning disability, okay? Pwedeng makabudol po yung cognitive disability, di ba? Pero kasi, yung learning disability kasi is specific. Okay? And ito dun sa tanong na to, sabi niya, despite being provided with learning experiences, so napaka-specific yung learning experiences na binibigay mo, pero hindi pa rin siya nakaka-cope up. Yung cognitive disability kasi is very broad yan. Okay? So anything that entails yung IQ. Okay? So for example, pag mababa yung IQ mo, 'di ba? So pwedeng sa reasoning, sa problem solving, lahat-lahat na po 'yan. Okay, 'yan. Or and adaptive behaviors, kasama na po 'yan sa cognitive disability. Okay? So for example sa Down syndrome. Okay, 'yan. And sensory, alam na natin, we are using our senses. So pag sensory disability, 'yan. So yung senses natin ay impaired. Okay, so kung blind ka, okay, may hearing disability, yung mga ganun. Alright, and motor disability, alam na natin. Okay, so motor, it's about movement. Okay, yan. So there's impairment in physical movement and coordination. Okay, so naglagay pa ako ng example niyan. Okay, yan. Number 5, which of the following is an example of non-digital educational technology? A, flip charts; B, electronic tools; C, software; and D, hardware. Okay, so again, number 5, which of the following is an example of non-digital educational technology? A, flip charts; B, electronic tools; C, software; and D, hardware. Okay, so ilagay po natin yung number. Yan, so sobrang dami nyo na ngayon. Yan, so kung gusto nyo mag-Macboard, yan, nagbibigay pa ako ng Macboard, libre po yon. Libre din po yung ating discussion, libre po yung ating Macboard, yung mga past na ginawa kong videos, mga discussion na miss nyo, libre din po niyong ma-access sa Red App. Okay, yan. So, just to help me, mag-subscribe na lang din po kayo, okay? And if you want to do Macboards, yan, mag-message lang po kayo sa Blue App. Blue App na po kayo mag-message. Okay, para diretso. Pero dapat sumasagot po kayo. Kasi pag hindi po kayo sumasagot, inaalis ko po. Kasi hindi ko alam kung kumukuha lang ng materials or whatever. Okay, yan. So, kailangan pong sumagot. Alright, and AAA, of course. Alright, so ano nga ba yung non-digital? Okay, so non-digital is anything that uses or relates to computers and the internet. And of course, ang flip chart hindi. Kasi ito lang yung flip. 'Di ba? Ganyan. Okay, yan. Binabaliktad or flip. So, this is a flip chart. Number 6. What do you call an event or stimulus that precedes a learner's behavior? Okay, so A, antecedent, B, consequence, C, actuation, and D, relation. Okay. So again, lagay niyo po yung number, guys. Please ilagay niyo po yung number kasi para hindi po tayo ma-RR. Kasi pag na-RR po tayo, guys, hindi po lumalabas yung ating ano. Ma'am, may Macboard po ba ulit kayo? Okay, so mamaya po yung mga nagme-message, replyan ko po kayo mamaya or mamaya kasi magta-travel po kami bukas ng maaga so mag-e-empake pa po ako. So basta magre-reply naman po ako eh. Yan, hindi po tumatagal ng 24 hours na hindi ako sumasagot. Okay. So lagay niyo po yung number. Again, what do you call an event or stimulus that precedes a learner's behavior? A, antecedent, B, consequence, C, activation, and D, relation. Okay. Relasyon. Okay, ilagay niyo po yung number, guys. Number. Okay, and the answer there is, may sumagot ng A, may sumagot ng B. Okay. Precedes a learner's behavior. So, ito yung nangyayari prior, okay, na magkaroon ng behavior. Okay, so of course, the answer there is antecedent. Okay. Di ba pag sinabi mo, ito yung consequence nung, yung sumagot po sa letter B, kasi yun lang naman, A and B lang naman yung nakita kong ano. Okay? Yung sumagot po ng letter B, ano po ba yung consequence? Di ba pag halimbawa, oh, ito yung magiging consequence nung ano mo ha, ng action mo. Okay? Ibig sabihin, nangyayari yun after nung action. And that action is the behavior itself. Okay? That is why, letter B is wrong. Okay, yan. Okay, yung sumagot, may sumagot sa letter D na relation. Relasyon lang po. Yan. Okay? Yan. Ano yung isa pa po? Isa pa pong alin? Okay. Alright. So, Alright. So, before ko i-discuss to. Okay. So, kasi lumalabas po to. Ayan. So, the ABC model of behavior. Okay. Which analyzes antecedent, behavior, and consequence was developed by Dr. Albert Ellis. Okay, so memorize nyo na po, yung ABC na model of behavior, Albert Ellis po yan. However, in educational psychology, this model is widely used to understand and modify learner behavior. Okay, yun po yung meaning ng ABC. Which of the following best describes the primary purpose of using the ABC model in the classroom? Okay, so A, to label students by their common behavioral traits and fixed patterns. B, to identify triggers, observe responses, and determine outcomes for better management. C, to impose strict punishment on learners who exhibit negative conduct. And D, to replace all conventional instructional methods with behavior-based approaches. Okay. Guys, lagay nyo naman po yung number. Okay. Wala pala number to. Sorry naman. Okay. Yan, so B, ano ba yung sagot nyo? ABC, 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 ABC. Okay, kasi may behavior doon, okay? Pero meron na po tayong ano, guys. Tingnan nyo, sabi niya. Analyzes antecedent, behavior, on consequences, okay? And that is why, alright, and that is why the answer there is letter B. Okay, so kung ang sagot nyo ay letter B, yan. So sabihin mo sa sarili mo, good job me. Okay? Kung hindi po letter B, it's okay. At least alam na natin yan. Kasi nga, di ba, to identify triggers. Okay, so yung triggers, yun po yung antecedent. Yun po yung nangyayari or nakakapag-trigger dun sa behavior. Ang behavior po dito, ito po yung observed responses. Ito yung action mo. Okay, after nung trigger. Okay, that is the behavior. And consequence, ito yung outcomes. Okay, so ito, I remember mistakes we can't laugh about dyan sa ABC. Ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Alright? Okay, so eto po, okay, nakalimutan ko tuloy yung sasabihin ko. So, ito po, yung ABC model, ito po yung inaaral natin, okay, para malaman natin kung paano natin ma-manage yung isang behavior ng learner. Okay? Yan. Next, sabi niya. Okay. All right. So, yan. So, in-explain ko na kanina. Okay. So, antecedent, what happens before the behavior. That is the trigger. Okay. Behavior, ito yung action. Okay. And then yung consequence, ito yung what happens after yung behavior. All right. Number 7, the following are context and perspectives of 21st century education as paradigm shifts from the 20th century, except A, outcome-based ba yan? B, time-based, C, research-based, and D, active learning. Okay. So again, the following are context and perspectives of 21st century education as paradigm shifts from the 20th century, except A, outcome-based. Number 7 na po tayo ngayon. Ilagay niyo po yung number. Number 7. A, outcome-based ba yan? B, time-based. C, research-based. And D, active learning. And ang sagot nyo ay B, 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 B. Yan. At may sumagot ng letter A. Okay. Okay. Bakit naman? Diba? Bakit naman? Alright. Okay. And the answer there is time-based. Okay, so explain muna natin. Okay, so ang time-based po is, ito yung ano, yung progress is nangyayari if you complete, okay, if you complete yung amount of time, okay, na required. Okay, so for example, di ba, okay, pag natapos mo yung 180 hours na yan, okay na, pasado ka na. Di ba? Ganun lang yon. Okay, so wala silang pakialam, okay, or regardless kung na-master mo yung inaaral mo. Okay, yan. And that is why the answer there is time-based. Kasi nga, sa 21st century, more on mastery na po tayo. Okay, hindi lang dahil na natapos mo yung hours na yon is okay na, hindi po yon. Yung progress is nakikita natin sa mastery or yung naaral mo yung skills. Okay, and nakuha mo yung mga knowledge, okay? Yan, so outcome based, oo naman. Ito yung na lagi natin nababanggit, pag outcome based, iyon po yung my goal. Okay, yung isang learner, okay? And that goal is the outcome. Alright, of course, dapat research-based, di ba? Evidence-based dapat yung mga strategies, okay? And active learning, syempre, hindi passive, hindi, dapat, ang traditional kasi is passive learner tayo, di ba? So, we are doing away from that, okay? Mas inaano na sa 21st century yung active, okay? Yan. Meaningful learning. Number 8, a teacher provides a rubric to students before they start a project. Okay? The rubric includes clear criteria and performance levels. Okay? This practice is most closely associated with A, authentic assessment, B, norm referenced assessment, C, criterion referenced assessment, and D, summative assessment. Prof-ed po ba yung review, ma'am? Yes po. Yes, Prof-ed. Prof-ed po tayo. This week, Prof-ed tayo. Next week, Gen-Ed ulit tayo. Alright. Okay. A at saka C. Ayan. Sabi niya, may rubric. Ano ba yung nakikita natin sa rubric? May criteria. Okay, yan. Lagyan nga ni number. Kaya nga, 'di ba? Napagod na akong kasasabi na lagyan ng ngani ng number. Ayun yung sumunod. Okay? Thank you for helping me. All right, and the answer there is letter C. Yeah, so criterion reference assessment. Kasi nga, sa rubric, dapat may criteria yon, di ba? Yan na sinusunod. Okay. Yan, so it's a fixed set. Okay, yan. Na learning standards, okay? Siyempre, ang alam natin yung norm reference is nako-compare ka sa ibang learner. So, mali na yan. Okay? Authentic assessment, ang pagpipilian mo lang naman dyan ay letter B or C yan. Pero i-explain na lang natin, authentic assessment, yan yung mostly sa real world task like projects, yung mga ganon, okay? And summative assessment, ang lumalabas po dyan lagi is, ito yung nabibigyan ng grade. Okay, ito yun din yung binibigay at the end of a unit. Okay, yan. Kasi bakit? Kasi gusto nating malaman or ma-evaluate yung na-learn ng mga learners. Alright? Pakitap-tap naman yung ating live, guys, para magka-heart, heart, heart. Okay, yan. So, ito. So, bago tayo pumunta sa para maintindihan natin. Number 9, in field study courses, what do student teachers regularly write to document their daily observations, reflections, and insights about actual classroom teaching and learning experiences? Journal reports ba yan na read or anecdotal records? Yan. So, in a field study courses, what do teachers regularly write to document their daily observations, reflections, and insights about actual classroom teaching and learning experiences? Yan. Okay, so journal reports ba yan or anecdotal records? Okay, so mas marami sa inyo ay read na journal reports. Okay, may sumagot ng anecdotal records. And of course, the answer there is journal reports. Okay, di ba ito yung pag nag-JJ, practicum ba yung tawag doon? Yan, kasi nga, unit earner lang ako kaya wala akong practicum, okay? 'Di ba? Pero sa pag-practicum, 'di ba? Ito yung naglalagay ka ng daily observation tapos sa reflection. Yes. Yes, basta reflection, journal 'yan, tama. Yes, exactly. Kaya yung anecdotal records kasi ito yung specific case, okay? Na halimbawa, andun ka sa klase tapos ito yung nangyayari, ito yung sinusulat mo, ganyan ganyan. Right? Yun po yung anecdotal records. You are observing in a natural setting. All right? Internship na po ba yung tawag ngayon doon? Dati kasi practicum, okay? Nung bata-bata pa ako, kasi jowa ko dati, nagpa-practicum. Yan. Alright, number 9. What is the primary focus when assessing students' journal reports during field study? Okay, so A, subjective remarks from peers, B, feedback from field study mentors, C, textbook concepts, and D, factual observation. Ayan. So, yung BQ natin ay may kinalaman sa tanong na yon. Ito, okay? Para hindi ko pa i-explain. So, sinabi ko na po kung ano define na po natin kung ano yung journal reports. Okay? So, ito naman, ang tanong niyo, what is the primary focus pag ina-assess natin yung journal reports? A, subjective remarks from peers. B, feedback from field study mentors. C, textbook concepts. And D, factual observations. Okay? So, hopefully, hindi makakat yung live natin kasi 5 minutes na lang din yung naiwan. So, in case makat, i-re-live ko na lang. Yan. Kasi 1 hour dapat sumobra na tayo. Alright, very good kayo dyan. Okay, and of course, the answer there is factual observation. Kasi nga, di ba, sinabi na natin, ano ba yung nakalagay dun sa journal reports, okay, mga reflections, mga observations. So, ano ba dapat nilalagay natin? Siyempre, kung factual lang, hindi pa pwede yung mga subjective na yan. Alright? Yan. Yung letter B, pwede pa yung feedback from field study mentors. Pwede rin naman. Pero sabi nga natin, yung journal reports is more on kung ano yung nakita or yung experience ng student teacher. Okay? Yung nagpa-practicum or nag-i-internship. Alright, number 10. Which aspect of child development stimulates interest in learning through enjoyable activities such as music and dance? A, social-emotional development. B, cognitive development. C, biological development. And D, maturation. Habang andyan na po kayo, pakitap-tap naman yung ating live, please. Yan. Yan. Habang nanonood-nood kayo, yan. Yan. So, bakit nga ba, okay, na-stimulate yung learning natin, yung interest natin sa learning via Via enjoyable activities. Yan. Yan. Development po yan. Okay, tingnan natin. At, okay, feeling ko naman walang ayan, okay, very good. And of course, the answer there is social-emotional development. Okay? Kasi syempre, alam na natin, emotional. Okay, yan. So, ito yung, kahit pa paano na-trigger yung ating emotions. Ganyan. Alright? So, na-understand natin yung ating sarili, na may manage din natin yung ating emotion. And bakit social? Bakit social? Kasi, di ba, usually pag music and dance, di ba, yan. So, we get to meet other people na we have the same interest with us. Okay, yan. So, nakakapag-establish tayo ng meaningful relationship. Diba yan? Nakaka-navigate tayo, okay? Sa anything na interaction with other people. Okay? Yan. Cognitive development, alam na natin yan. So, ginagamit yung utak, yung brain, that's cognitive. Biological development, it's more on growth naman yan. Yan. And maturation, alam naman natin yan. That's the internal ripening naman yan. Okay. Number 11, which learning domain is involved when student teachers discuss concepts, definitions, descriptions, and applications? A, psychomotor ba yan? B, cognitive. C, values inculcation. And D, affective. Okay. Alright, so ulitin natin which learning domains is involved when students, teachers discuss concept, guys. Concept. Ay, akala ko, meron nang sumagot. Concept, definitions, descriptions, applications. Yan. Knowledge base ba, guys? Knowledge base. Okay. Alright, so kung nagkamali po kayo, okay lang yon. Okay? At least malalaman natin. Alright, knowledge. Ano ba yung mga concept natin, guys? What is the concept of Pavlov? Okay, yung mga ganun. Ano ba yun? Affective po ba yun? Alright, okay. So, of course, the answer there is cognitive. Okay? Kasi nga, nasabi ko na kanina, okay? Pag sabi natin cognitive, it's always related, okay, sa intellectual or mental skills natin. So, ano ba yung, pag nag-aaral tayo ng mga, concept, 'di ba? Syempre, utak. Yung affective kasi more on emotions. Okay? Yan. Tumawa si Mad. Alright, psychomotor, alam na natin yan. Okay? Physical movement. Okay, yan. And values inculcation, yan yung nai-embed. Kaya yung sabi na, you inculcate the values. Ibig sabihin, ano ba sa Tagalog yun? Yung parang nai-embed sa'yo, yung parang ano ba yun? Yung inculcation, yung parang gusto mong ipasok sa isang tao yung values na yun. Hindi ko alam kung ang Tagalog nun. Okay, yan. Alright. Yes po, magre-reply po ako sa mga nag-PPM later. Number 12, who is the most immediate external stakeholder in the education of learners? Tagalog tapos instill, di ba? O di ba? Mas madaling mag-isip sa English ano. Ano sa Tagalog yung inculcation? Instill. Okay, ganyan din ako mag-isip. All right. Okay, A, future employers, B, parents, C, the state, and D, the community. So again, who is the most immediate external stakeholder in the education of learners? A, future employers, B, parents, C, the state, and D, the community. Okay, yan. External, sabi niya. Tumawa si Reminisce. Okay, external, sa labas. Can you give me some water, please? Thank you. Okay. All right. Good job. Yes. Okay. So, akala ko may magsasagot sa the community, di ba? External eh. Okay. Gusto ko mambudol pero hindi kayo mabudol. Okay. Magaling kayo. Magaling. All right. So, of course, the answer there is parents. Okay. Yan. So, tignan natin. So, what are the stakeholders? Okay. So, any stakeholders sa education, so, syempre, kung sino yung involved doon sa education ng isang learner. Okay, wait lang, inom ako ng water, please. Bigyan niyo ako ng ano. Ayan, so, ano nyo na lang, ipapost ko naman po lahat ng ating live nakapost. So, kung kailangan niyo yung mga to, screenshot nyo na lang pag na-post ko dun sa para maganda yung, mas straight ba. Alright, so pag internal, inside. Okay, yan. So, ito yung mga they interact with the school on a regular basis. O, yun na yun. So, syempre, alam na natin, students, teachers, yan, school leaders, school staff, yung mga ganun, okay? Alright, so dapat wala yung parents dyan. Okay, mali yan. Okay, yan. Wala yung parents dapat dyan. Alright, and external, okay, outside. Okay, ito yung, they are not part of the daily school routines. Pero syempre, andun sila pag may meeting, di ba, yung mga ganon. Alright, so ito yung mga local government, hospitals, community, colleges, blah, blah, blah. Okay, marami po yan. Okay, so basahin nyo na lang din po yan. Okay? Number 13, what is the numerical index of a student's performance on a test? A, decile, B, score, C, percentile, and D, range. Okay, so again, what is the numerical index of a student's performance on a test? A, decile, B, score, C, percentile, and D, range. Okay, thank you for following yan. So, yung mga kapapasok lang po dito, meron po tayong daily mock boards. Yan, kung interesado po kayong pumasok, mag-message lang po kayo and mag-reply po ako isa-isa. Pero sabi ko nga po, kung hindi po kayo sasagot doon, aalisin ko po kayo sa GC. Okay? That is also to push you guys. 'Di ba? Kasi minsan yung thinking natin, libre naman 'to eh, 'di ba? Hindi na kailangan or busy ako ganyan. Pero tough love ba? Tough love. Okay. Busy, busy, busy. Sabi niya numerical index of a student's performance on a test. Lagyan number nga ni. Stricto si Longlong. Oo nga naman. Lagyan na number nga ni. And of course, the answer there is score. Okay, yan. Kung ano yung score mo. Okay? Yan yung numerical index ng performance mo. Okay, kasi, alright, pakita natin yung sumagot na, ano ba yung sagot? Parang yun naman ata. Okay, may sumagot nung percentile. Okay, so ang percentile po kasi is, okay, ito yung percentile is usually relative ba? Okay, in comparison to others. Eh, ang hinahanap lang po is yung ano, yung raw ba? Yan, so that is why the answer there is raw. Okay, that is why the answer there is score. Okay, yan. So ang percentile, alam na natin, di ba? Yung percentage of scores below a given score. Okay, so for example, pag nakakuha ka ng 85%, so ibig sabihin lahat po, okay, ng 85% po is mababa sa'yo. Okay, ganyan. Alright, and decile, okay, ito, explain ko may yung decile. Okay, meron pa akong ano. Alright, and range, lumalabas po yan. So, ang sa range is yung ideduct mo yung highest score dun sa lowest score. Okay, so that is the range. How to join po sa GC? Message lang po kayo sa Blue App. Sa Blue App po kayo mag-message. And then, bibigyan ko po kayo ng link. Pero please, sumagot po kayo. Kasi talagang this week, gumawa pa ako ng bagong GC. Iniwan ko na po yung malaking GC ko doon kasi ang daming hindi sumasagot. Okay? So, gusto ko po yung worth it naman yung nag-e-effort ako na gumagawa ng Macboard tapos hindi lang masasagot. Ayoko. Okay? So, mas gusto ko na kahit isa, dalawa, tatlo, basta may sumasagot ng maayos. Alright? So, message lang pa kayo. Alright? So, ito yung mga ano ha. Pag decile, alam naman niya, deca is 10. Okay? So, ito yung divides data into 10 equal parts. Okay? So, ito yung mga other statistical terms ha. Yan. So, 10 parts. Okay? So, for example, pag sinabi mong first decile, okay, yan. So, tawag doon, top decile, okay, ganon. So, 1 to 10, ganon. So, bottom decile, okay, so, 91 to 100, okay, free po, of course, free. Free naman po lahat dito, except yung Soksai. Pero may pa-free naman po ako sa Soksai, pero hanggang 15 points lang. Wala kayong PDF, yung mga ganon. Okay? Pero, nagbibigay po ako ng free, still sa mga hindi maka-afford. Yan, so meron pa tayong 15 points na discussion, live discussion. Alright? Gurography din po. Gurography din po, yung ating ano. Alright, gurography ako sa Red App. Yan, so panoorin yung mga videos. Ang dami po, madaming, this is my second, ano na po kasi, nakapag-produce na po tayo ng 2 seasons yon. So, especially sa Gen Ed, okay? So, maraming nag-feedback na, maraming lumabas sa mga videos ko sa Gen Ed. Kasi mahilig pa akong maglagay ng mga actual questions, yan. So, pag sinasabi ng mga, uy, ma'am, lumabas ito, ganyan-ganyan, ginagawan ko po siya. Alright? Okay. Alright, and quartile. Okay, so quartile, 4. Okay, so each is 25%. Okay, percentile, yan nga, 100 equal parts. And median, of course, ito yung 50%. Alright? Okay, pag social studies major po, kung kaya niyo naman po yung 299, meron na po kayong quiz dyan, weekly quiz, meron kayong PDF, na-access nyo po yung 40 points na live discussion. Pero kung hindi po talaga afford, every Saturday po, sinishare ko po yung 15 points dun sa out of 40, dun sa live discussion. Pero of course, hindi ko na po sinishare yung PDF, hindi ko na rin po sinishare yung quiz. Okay, but for 299, for 6 months na review, it's grabe naman, di ba? At nagbibigay ako ng PDF. Alright. Pag secondary math, you can do Prof Ed and Gen Ed dito. Libre naman po. Okay yan. Meron pala akong isang program pa, yung Team Dangal. Okay, so that is 300 weekly na ano na mock test. Okay, yan. So 150 na Gen Ed, 150 na Prof Ed. And then binibigay ko po yung PDF na may rationalization. So imagine 6 months na ganun. 'Di ba? Ilan 'yon? 7,000 plus in 6 months, tas 150 lang babayaran nyo. 'Di ba? Yan. Pero yung mga daily mock boards lang, libre po 'yon. Okay? At saka iniisip ko baka ito na po yung last na magpalibre po ako. Okay, yan. So, samantalahin nyo na po. Number 14, which skill is especially important for a teacher working within a school community? A, teamwork. B, computer skills. C, media production skills. And D, writing competence. Again, which skill is especially important for a teacher working with a school community? Okay. A, teamwork. B, computer skills. C, media production skills. And D, writing competence. Kung gusto nyo pong sumali, i-message nyo po ako sa Blue App. Okay? Para mabigay ko po yung GC link. Okay? Sa Blue App na po. Okay? Kasi pag message po kayo sa TikTok, sasabihin ko lang din po mag-message kayo sa Blue App. Kasi ayoko pong isend yung link dito sa TikTok. Okay? Kasi yung link po na yun is sa Blue App po yun. Alright. Mama, YouTube po kayo? Yes, meron pa akong YouTube. Yes, we have po. Yun nga po, maraming lumabas sa Gen Ed, sa actual, kaya tiba-tiba yung mga, libre lang po yun pero tiba-tiba sa Gen Ed yung mga ano ko. Alright. Okay, so the answer there is of course teamwork. Okay, yan. So, there's a community. So, kailangan mo talaga yung teamwork, di ba? So, paano ka magkakaroon ng magandang communication, di ba? At saka relationship within a community kung wala kang skill na teamwork. Ayan. So, yun yung number one. Of course, computer skills, media production skills, writing competence. Of course, yun yung kailangan din yung mga yon. Okay, but we are talking about the community. Alright? Kailangan makipagsapalaran sa community. O, di ba? Ganun. Okay, yan yung gusto ko. Yung magaling how do you call that? Magaling rationalize. Kasi ganyan ako nung nagre-review ako. Okay. Kaya nga, top 4 tayo. Ay, char, nagyabang. Alright. So, teamwork is considered what type of skill in the workplace and educational settings? Okay. Oy, lumalabas din po to ha. Hard skill or soft skill? Lumalabas ba yung itong hard skill at saka soft skill? So, teamwork is considered what type of skill in the workplace and educational settings? Okay. Red ba yan na hard skill or soft skill? Okay, yan. Hard, soft, hard. Sabi nun. Hard, soft, hard, soft. Okay. Hindi ko inaasar yung yung answer nyo ha. Yan. Alright. Okay. And so it's good talaga na linagay ko to, no? Kasi meron pa rin, violet na lang kaya. Ikaw, kung favorite mo yan. Alright. Okay, so answer there is soft skill. Okay, so buti na lang inilagay ko yung, tanong na to. Alright, so tingnan natin. Alright, so ano nga ba yung soft skill at hard skill? So basically, ang soft skill, they are called interpersonal skills, people skills, or emotional intelligence. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi mo kailangang aralin to sa school or through formal education. Okay? Pwede siyang, makukuha mo siya sa life experiences, yung mga ganon, di ba? Self-reflection, okay? Yan po. Okay? Alright. And ito yung hard skill naman, ito yung mga, sabi ko nga, mga technical skills or job-specific skills. Ano ba yung tawag doon? Ano ba yung other, computer programming, data analysis, 'di ba? Writing, yan. Ito yung naaaral mo via formal education, okay? Yan. So, wag pong kalimutan kasi lumalabas din po tong soft skill at hard skill. Alright. Okay, number 15, according to Edgar Dale's cone of experience, which is found at the base of the corner. Okay, A, pictures, B, text, C, demonstration, and D, direct experience. Salamat po, sir. Di ako nagre-review, napipilitan mag-review. Kaya nga po, yung GC ko kasi ngayon na libre, umaabot pa kami ng nasa 300, I think, or ayan, kulang-kulang 300. Pero ilan lang yung sumasagot sa Macboy. So, sabi ko, sayang, sayang yung effort ko, at saka sayang din, nasasayangan ako na yun nga, na may nag-message na, ma'am, di ko po kasi nagagawa kasi busy ako sa work, nag-aalaga po ako ng, I understand that. Pero, guys, kaya nga, how, di ba? Hindi tayo mauubusan ng rason, kung rason lang din. Di ba? So, kailangan natin i-push yung sarili natin. Kasi sino ba naglagay sa atin? Sino ba nagsabi sa atin na mag-exam tayo? Tayo lang din naman. So, di ba? We should be accountable dun sa ano. Alright? Di daw po, ma'am, di. Sabi niya. Alright, and of course, the answer there is direct experience. Okay, so alam naman natin, okay, si Dale's cone of learning experience is mula sa baba is, how do you call that? Mula sa baba, pataas. Okay, so sa taas is abstract. Okay, yan. Alright, sa baba is, how do you call that? Concrete. Okay, yan. So lumalabas din po yan, ha? So concrete, tapos pataas, pa-abstract. Okay? Alright. So, ito, yan. So, ito yung real experience. Ito yung, direct purposeful. Yan. So, that is 90%. Try nyo rin i-memorize yan kung kaya nyo. Kasi lumalabas din po to. Alright? Yan. Nilagay ko po yan para i-screenshot nyo. Okay? Pero alalahanin nyo, sa mababa, direct or concrete, pataas is abstract. Alright? Tuwing kailan po kayo nag-live, ma'am? TTHS po. Okay, so Tuesdays is grabihin yung mga thematic na Gen Ed question natin ng mga high yield. Okay, so for example, no limit ang hearing ngayon. But kanina is science. Alright? Thursdays is pinagpapalit ko po. Basta intensive discussion po yon. Pag Thursdays, either Prof Ed or Gen Ed. And then Saturdays, yun po yung nagpapa-free din po ako ng Soksai. Okay, pero a part of it lang. Alright? May Macboards kami sa university namin, ma'am. Dami lumabas sa Gen Ed ni ma'am. Ay, thank you, ma'am Celestina. Si ma'am Celestina, lagi po yan. Okay, yan. So, na ano ako, na ano talaga ako, natutuwa talaga ako na kahit libre to. Tapos, kasi marami kasing iniisip ng iba na pag libre, parang hindi namin pinaghihirapan. Hindi po yon, okay? Yan. Marami pa akong alam na coaches na libre po, pero talagang kung effort. Okay? Sorry po, ano ulit sa schedule sa Saturday? Soksay po yon, Soksay. Every 9 o'clock. Okay? Yan. Alright. Number 16. Teachers assigned to inclusive classes must be equipped with skills in A sign language, B differentiated instruction, C orientation and mobility, and D braille reading and writing. Yes po, meron pong YT, yan. So marami pong lumabas yan sa Gen Ed, sa actual let. Yan, kaya tiba-tiba sila. Yan. So sabi nila, ma'am, bakit ang daming lumabas dun sa sa ano mo, sa Gen Ed? Sabi ko, kasi mga actual po yan, nauulit-ulit lang din. Yan. Especially nung sa June 2025, dun kasi ako nag-exam. Maraming naulit-ulit for September at saka November. Yan, sa tiba-tiba yung mga September, November takers. Yan. And of course, ang galing nyo. The answer there is letter B, differentiated instruction. Of course, kasi pag inclusive classes, ibig sabihin, lahat kasama. So, ibig sabihin, marunong kang gumamit ng differentiated instruction to satisfy kung ano yung needs, yung specific needs ng each learner. Okay, so, okay, so ito yung sign language, hindi naman ano, 'di ba? Ang hirap din naman ano ito. Tapos pag sign language, of course, sa ano ka lang, specific lang for deaf mute to, di ba? Braille reading and writing, specific lang din po yon. And we are talking about inclusive. So, lahat dapat. And that is why the answer there is letter B. Yan yung number mga ma'am, sir. Oo nga. Thank you, long, long. Alright, number 17. Which type of curriculum is most appropriate for an inclusive classroom? A. Augmentative curriculum. B. Alternative curriculum. C. Adaptive curriculum. And D. Adoptive curriculum with an O. Okay, again, number 17. Which type of curriculum is most appropriate for an inclusive classroom? A. Augmentative curriculum. B. Alternative curriculum. C. Adaptive curriculum. And D. Adoptive. Yan, ilagay nyo po yung number. Number, guys. Tsaka pakitap-tap nyo naman habang sumasagot. Itap-tap nyo na lang yun din yung ano. I-heart-heart nyo na lang din yung aking live, please. Ayan. Ang saya talaga pag ano, hindi na RR. Yan. So, feeling ko mahal na ako ni TikTok ngayon. Hindi niya ako ina-RR ngayon. Busy, 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 busy. Sabi niya, most appropriate for an inclusive. Alright? Alright. So, pag nakita niyo yung inclusive niya yan, it could be synonymous to, alright, adaptive curriculum. Yan. Okay. So, pag adaptive, di ba, nag-a-adapt ka. Okay. Ibig sabihin, flexible ka. So, pag ganon, di ba, pwede mong minomodify mo yung mga goals. Okay? Para ma-cater sa mga individual differences. Okay? And the individual abilities. And that is why the answer there is adaptive. Okay, so tingnan natin yung iba. Sumagot ng letter A, B, C. Walang sumagot ng D. Okay, sige. So A, B, C. So tingnan natin. Ano ba yung A? Augmentative. Okay, so hinahanap-hanap ko po kung meron bang augmentative curriculum. Wala po. Okay? Yan, wala pong augmentative curriculum. Okay, pero, okay, in case man, kung meron man, yan, to augment. Ano ba yung meaning ng okay, you give this to augment yung ano. Ano ba yung meaning ng augment? Okay, 'di ba ito yung ina-add mo, okay? Idinadagdag mo para ma-enhance or para gumanda ng yung anything na gusto mong i-augment. Okay? And that is why pag augmentative curriculum, kung meron man ito nag-exist, kahit hindi ko talaga siya mahanap, guys. Yan, kung meron man to, ito nga yung ina-add mo dun sa existing curriculum na. Okay? And you don't change something there. Okay? Kasi nga nag-a-add ka lang. Alright. Yung sumagot dun sa alternative curriculum. Okay? So, di ba meron tayong regular curriculum. Okay? O, di ba? O, di ba? Pag BREAST augmentation, di ba? Yung sinabi ni Reminisce, di ba? Meron na yon, meron ka ng ganon, pero ino-augment mo lang, di ba? Dinadagdagan mo lang. Tama, ang galing. Alright. Okay, so alternative curriculum, back to it. Sabi ko nga, meron ng regular, meron ng regular curriculum, okay? Pero nga, kumbaga, how do you call that? Hindi siya okay. Okay, yan. For example, hindi to okay sa ano, so, ito na lang yung gamitin natin. Okay, yan. So, that's alternative curriculum. And mali po yon kasi sabi natin inclusive. So, inclusive is, how do you call that? Pag inclusive is lahat dapat kasama. Itong alternative curriculum is nakaspecify lang doon sa need ng isang learner. Okay? And that is why mali po yung letter A. Okay? Yung adoptive. Okay? Ano ba yung adopt? Diba? You adopt this strategy. Ibig sabihin, gamitin mo to. Okay? Yung ADOPT, ha? Yan. So, gamitin mo to. So, pag kinonect mo sa curriculum is ito na yung gamitin mo. Ito na yung curriculum na gamitin natin. Okay, yan. So, dito natin i-train yung mga teachers kasi ito yung gusto natin gamitin. Okay, this is the curriculum that we want to use. Yan. Sabi niya, ang ganda nyo po mag-explain, miss. Ang hindi ko maintindihan sa school dito, mas naiintindihan ko. Ay, thank you naman. Di bale, pag may pera ako, bigyan kita. Char. Okay, thank you, Ma'am Angeli. Alright. Okay. O, di ba? Kahit libre effort po talaga yan. Alright. Nagpapaayos nga ako ng hair kanina, inaaral ko pa tong ano. Dala-dala ko yung PPT ko sa phone ko, inaaral ko po to. Yan. So, uh, linalagyan ko po talaga ng time para mas ma-explain ko ng mabuti. Alright, number 18, which formative assessment technique is described when the teacher passes charts among groups? Ask an open-ended question and then each group writes a response before passing the chart to the next group for discussion. A, think, pair, share. B, exit ticket. C, 3 to 1 countdown. And D, round robin charts. Yan. So again, number 18, which formative assessment technique, number is described when the teacher passes charts among groups, asks an open-ended question, and then each group writes a response before passing Passing, passing, pinapaspas. The chart to the next group for discussion. A, think, pair, share. B, exit ticket. C, 3 to 1 countdown. And D, round robin charts. Actually, mahirap po talaga yung Prof. Ed. Okay, ganyan. Lalo na pag napaka-wordy na ganyan. 'Di ba? Pero tingnan nyo po, may mga clue po dyan. Okay? Ang dami dalawa na yung nakita ko dyan na clue, guys. Yan. So, good job. Okay, good job sa mga nakakuha. Okay? Ay halos na lahat naman nakakuha. Pero kung hindi niya nakuha, okay lang yon. Dati rin naman mali-mali ako. Okay? Yan. Alright, and of course, yan. Unang-una, sinabi na dyan, chart. Okay, so saan ba dyan ang may chart? E di chart, di ba? Tapos sabi niya passing. Okay? Passing, pinapaspas. So round robin. Okay? Siguro alam ko yung word na round robin dun sa basketball, 'di ba? Yung pag nag-round robin sila. So ibig sabihin lahat magkakalaban. Yan yung round robin. Okay? And that's why again, ang answer po natin ay round robin charts. Okay? So sabi nga, ibibigay, ilalagay, magka-question yung teacher, okay? Ay mabibigay ng chart, i-question niya, isusulat niya yung sagot, ipapass niya, okay? So paikot-ikot. And that's why the answer there is round robin. Okay? So ito, okay, these are all types of nakahanap ako 10 po 'yan. Okay, pero ito lang yung nakalagay, all right? So ito yung mga different kinds of formative assessment. Okay? Yan. Okay, so exit. Okay, exit. Ito lumalabas po 'yon. Okay, so exit or admit tickets. Okay, yan. So ito yung after a lesson. Okay, after a lesson is magbibigay yung teacher, okay, ng papel, okay, and then magsusulat sila or papel ng mga bata, and magsusulat sila kung ano yung na-learn nila, and then they will give it to the teacher. Okay, so that is exit. Okay, or admit naman, ito naman yung kabaliktaran of course ng exit. Okay, this is before. Okay, and then maglalagay sila. Okay, ito yung alam ko about this topic. Parang ganun. All right. Think, pair, share. Okay, so think, isip, tapos mag-pair kayo and then share. Yun lang yun. Okay, so yung teacher dito mag-a-ask ng question. Okay, and then magsusulat yung mga students individually, magsusulat muna sila. Okay, kung ano yung sagot nila. And then they pair up, okay? They pair up with a partner, and then they talk about yung kung ano yung yung sagot nila, and then they share. They share to whom? To the whole classroom. Okay, yan. And then 3, 2, 1 countdown. Okay, ito yung mga nagre-respond sila ng 3 prompts, okay? Para saan? Okay, para how do you call that? Manamnam ba nila kung ano yung niaral nila? Okay, they reflect on their learning. Okay, so ito, ano yung example niya? Maganda to, sabi niya, after a lesson on fractions, sabi niya. So yung teacher, sabi niya, 3 things you didn't know before. Okay. At tapos, 2 things that surprised you. Okay, ganun. And then, 1 thing you want to start doing with what you learn. Okay, yan. So that is 3 to 1 countdown. All right. Okay, next, number 19, which curriculum development model begins with identifying objectives and ends with evaluating their attainment? A, Oliva's model. B, Tyler's model. C, Wheeler's model. And D, Tabas model. Okay. So at least tong letter C, hindi ka mabubudol dyan. Alright? Hindi mo makakalimutan yan. Okay. So again, number 19, which curriculum development model begins with identifying objective, okay, and ends with evaluating their attainment? Okay. A, Oliva's model. B, Tyler's model. C, Wheeler's model. And D, Tabas model. Okay, Okay, and of course, all right. So the answer there is Tyler's model. Okay, so sumagot ng letter B. Very good kayo dyan. Identifying the objective. All right. Okay. Alright. So, ito yung nung nagre-review ako, yung din is tabain si teacher. Okay, yan. Tabain si teacher. So, si taba, it's a teacher-led. Okay? Yung teacher kasi dito is dinadiagnose niya kung ano yung need nung student. Okay? Sabi ko na si Tyler. O yan. So, wag niyong kalimutan ha. Yon. So, tabain si teacher. Okay, yan. So, ito yung nung aking coach noon. Yan. Kasi nga, sabi ko nga ulit, kay Tabas model, yung teacher dinadiagnose na yung student need niya, hindi yung objective. Compared dun sa Tyler na nag-start siya sa objective, alright? And ends with evaluation. Alright, yung Wheeler naman, Wheeler is wheel, okay? So walang fixed na start at saka wala ding end, okay? Kahit saan ka pwedeng sumampa. Okay, yon. Kasi nga ongoing and cyclical. Okay, yun nga po. Kaya maganda po yung mnemonics ng coach ko. Taba model is tabain si teacher. Yan. Tabain si teacher. Kasi si teacher ang nagpapasimula. Ano yung ginagawa ng teacher? Dinadiagnose niya yung needs niya. Yun ang taba. Diagnosing the needs. Doon nag-start. Si Tyler is uh, uh, sa objective siya nag-start. Okay, yan. And Oliva's model, okay, ito rin ay it can also start anywhere, okay? Tapos continuous po siya, okay? So, ito yung ang ginagawa is tinitingnan muna kung ano yung ituturo tapos ano yung mga strategies, okay, nung pagtuturo. All right. All right, number 20. Which method is the most engaging way to present an important historical event? A, buzz session. B, carousel discussion. C, graffiti wall. And D, tableau. All right. Again, number 20. Which method is the most engaging way to present an important historical event? Okay, A, buzz session. B, carousel discussion. C, graffiti wall. And D, tableau. Okay, yan. So, dati, akala ko pantomime, yung laro namin ito dati nung mga bata kami. Yan. Pero walang pantomime dito eh. So, ano ba yan? Alright. D. Okay. Walang sagot ng yan. Ayaw sa iba? Alright. Okay. Very good kayo, John. And the answer there is tableau. Ang galing. Alright. Good. Okay, so lumalabas po tong buzz session tapos tableau. Okay, but let's explain it. Okay, so ano ba yung tableau? Okay, ito yung mapopause sila. Okay, so tama nga naman, 'di ba? So parang depict siya ng history. Okay? Nakakapag-recreate siya nung mga scene. Okay? So, for example, ito, Rizal's exile in Dapitan. Yan. So, yan, di ba? Nakaganyan sila. And then, magpo-pause sila. Okay, yan. Ang tableau. Alright. Ano ba yung buzz session? Yan. So, yan lang yon. Okay? So, yung teacher, magbibigay ng topic, tapos yung mga students, grupo-grupo po sila, and then they discuss it. Okay? So, and then, mag-share sila. Okay? So, parang think pair share ba? Pero ito is hindi pair. Okay? By group siya. Okay? Ganyan. Alright? Buzz session. Ito yung, lumalabas din po sa buzz session is, ito yung sabi nilang without fear of kasi nga, you can share lahat ng alam mo. Okay? So, anong tawag doon? Maaalis yung fear mo of criticism. Okay, yan. Carousel discussion. Okay, carousel. Alam na natin yung carousel. Paikot-ikot lang siya. Okay, yan. So, there's, for every station, kasi ito, yan. Okay, so carousel, paikot-ikot. So, parang kumbaga cart ba? Yan. So, which is, but not cart, kundi station. Yan. So, sa each station, okay, meron siyang question. Okay, and then, pupunta yung each student and sasagutin niya doon, lilipat siya doon, lilipat siya doon, lilipat siya doon. So, paikot-ikot lang siya. Okay, that is carousel. If you want to read more about this one, pagpansinin niyo yung infographics, very detailed po siya. Okay? Pero hindi ko na po siya babasahin isa-isa. Okay, kasi baka bukas pa tayo matatapos pag ganun. Okay? Pinset ko po how do you call that? Tong infographics para if you want to read more or kung feeling nyo hindi maliwanag yung pagka-explain ko, pwede nyo pong balikan. Okay? Alright, ano yung move test? Ano po yung move test? Ano po yung move test? What do you mean po? Alright, and of course, graffiti, 'di ba? Yung graffiti yung, 'di ba? Sinasabi nila na wall art. Okay, yan. So graffiti wall, yan. So parang din po, carousel. So may question po doon. Okay? Pero hindi po siya per station. May question po dun sa wall and then you just answer there. Ilagay niyo po kung ano yung sagot niyo doon. Alright. Okay, so Ayan, so if you want to do, yun sasagutin ko pa mamaya, mag ano po ako, nagpa-pop po yung mga messages nyo, yung gustong sumali. Yan for our free mock board, daily mock boards. Yan, sasagutin ko pa mamaya, mag-empake po muna ako. Yan, maraming salamat po. Yan, so ang ating live is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Yan, so free mock boards, yes. Free po talaga yan, mag-message lang po kayo sa ating Blue app. Blue app na po, please. Huwag na po kayong mag-message dito sa TikTok. Ang hirap mag-reply. Alright, and meron po tayong Red app. Okay, Red app, marami po akong mga videos din po yon. Marami po akong, especially yung mga nakalagay na titled na actual questions, mga actual po talaga yon. Okay, yan. Okay, so, yan, libre po lahat po yon. Alright, so, sabi niya, Agyaman, yes, Agyaman, syukran, syukran, yes. Okay, so Agyamanak, salamat, salamat kaayo, thank you, syukran, yan. Yes, meron pa kasi akong study buddies noon na, ano, na Muslim. So, and, napaka-polite po nila yon. So, tinanong ko paano po magsabi ng thank you, right? And salamat, Ida, yun namin. So, once again, this is Miss Karen Faye. Okay? Yan, so, message lang po kayo. Okay, yan. Nag-message na po ako, ma'am. Little observe. Yes, yes, yes. Sige. Sige, ma'am. Sige, ma'am. Mag-empake lang po ako and then isend ko po yung link. Okay? And thank you and salamat po. Salamat. And I was